My name is Jenifer Smith, and I am the director of the Department of Forensic Sciences. So I'm from a small town called Eaton, Ohio, in the southwestern corner of Ohio. So I went to Penn State University and got a degree in biochemistry. While I was there, I was encouraged to go on to graduate school for physiological chemistry, and I got my PhD. And I went to what was called Federal Recruiting Day, and I met an FBI agent, and he talked me into applying to the FBI, not just to work in the laboratory, but to actually become a special agent. In 1986, when I applied, you had to be an agent if you wanted to work in the FBI laboratory. So I called my parents and said, I think I'm going to apply to the FBI, and there was a great deal of silence on the other end of the phone, and my mother said, "You mean the kind that carry guns?" And so I said yes, and so I did. I applied to be an FBI agent, and at the time there weren't a lot of women in the FBI, and I think I was the first PhD that they hired in the FBI, actually. So I went down to Quantico, got through Quantico, went to Baltimore field office. That was my first assignment. And then I got a call about 4 years after working in Baltimore to come to the laboratory. So after all those years, I finally was going to get to go to the FBI laboratory. And after 9/11 occurred, took an assignment at the CIA for 4 years. Came back to the FBI after that, retired. I went to Penn State and was a professor there in the Department of Forensic Sciences. And a few months ago, I got a call from a colleague of mine, and it's been a great adventure ever since. We have a lot of decision makers here in the city. We have individuals who need to determine who's responsible for committing a crime. We have people who need to determine perhaps what made someone sick if they ate at a restaurant. So these are critical decisions that can be supported by good science. So my vision is our laboratory provides that science as quickly as possible, and as, in a sense, not wasting the taxpayers' money. So we're trying to be very efficient and effective. My other vision also is to make sure that it's a very collegial place to work. We have this beautiful laboratory building, but it's really about the people inside the building. And so I want to have good scientists there. I also want them to feel like they can enjoy the experience that they're having. It's very exciting work because you are looking at evidence from very critical crimes. You may be the first person to actually understand what happened in this particular case. You're helping give resolution to victims if you're able to identify the person who is responsible for that criminal act. I think it's extremely satisfying to apply science to answer some of these critical questions.